Today we are going to tackle a very important topic. This is a topic that I get questions about all the freaking time, but before we get into it, check this out. That's sick. I couldn't do it. That's the first try, but I'm not gonna try again. Anywho, the topic that we're gonna be breaking down is supplements. So I'm gonna break down the 4 supplements that I take on a daily basis and go into a little bit about why I take them and what they actually do. Now, before we begin, I will preface by saying that supplements are absolutely necessary, and if you don't take them, your gains are gonna go right out the window. I'm joking 100%. By no means are supplements necessary. They are only there to support a good training ethic and a very solid nutritional plan. So if you're not getting a good amount of food in, there's no amount of supplementation that you could take in order to counteract a shit diet and shit training. With that out of the way, guys, the first supplement that I am going to recommend to you guys is going to be whey protein. And as I mentioned before, by no means are any of these supplements magical and are going to make you blow up overnight, but they do help in very immense ways. So the protein that I like to go with is Iso Pept Zero. This is an isolate protein. You've probably heard a lot of protein names being thrown around. There's also a whey concentrate. There's a bit of a blend of the two. There's casein, there's vegan proteins. Ultimately, it's gonna come down to how you feel about the certain protein. So I've noticed that when I take this, my stomach doesn't get bloated whatsoever. It digests very, very well, and there's absolutely no complications with it on my end. Whereas you really might struggle with dairy or lactose or anything else in between, and you might wanna opt for a vegan protein. At the end of the day, protein powder is just a powdered form of protein. You could get a similar benefit from having a chicken breast or a steak or some eggs, some egg whites. It's just in a more convenient and tasty form within this. You can incorporate it in your cereals, you can have a shake post-workout, it's gonna digest a lot quicker, and ultimately it's just a good thing to have on hand. It's almost protein insurance, because at the end of the day, you will need protein in order to build muscle mass. It is the building blocks of muscle. So if you are not getting enough protein within your daily diet, then this is definitely something you might wanna consider. Second thing is gonna be creatine. Now, while it does sound a bit sketchy, there's nothing wrong about it. It is absolutely fantastic, guys. It's the most consistently researched supplement on the market with very, very consistent results. Ultimately, it is going to lead to a significant increase in strength. It is very, very affordable as well. I will just take 5 grams per day every single day. It doesn't have to be post-workout, pre-workout. It could be any time throughout the day, but I would recommend you trying to build it into a habit, because that way you won't forget about it, day to day. That's the most important thing, is keeping up the consistency of this supplement. So the one I go with is Creatine. It is pretty damn phenomenal. Just straight creatine monohydrate. That is all you're gonna need. Third is going to be one of my personal favorites. This is going to be Oxy Shred, AKA a fat burner supplement. Now, the name is a little bit misleading. It is not going to magically burn fat off your body. It is just going to make that process a little bit easier for yourself. And if your goals are going to be fat loss based, then this can definitely help in that process. This is not going to magically burn fat. It is just something that is going to make the negative effects of being in a caloric deficit a little bit less harsh. So it is pretty damn good. I will have 1 scoop in the morning, most mornings. And if I do train fasted or do cardio, I will have this. Honestly, it is a big lifesaver. If you get up pretty damn early, or you are just not feeling it for a cardio session or anything else in between, this is phenomenal. Last but not least, guys, is going to be a pre-workout. So those are going to be the 4, although the fat burner and the pre-workout, they could be coupled into one. The pre-workout is just going to have a little bit more of a pump. What was that? A pump complex. So essentially it's going to increase blood flow to the muscle on top of providing you with the energy benefits that you get from certain fat burners. The 2 that I go with is RP Max by EHP Labs, and then also PSI by EHP Labs. So this is a stim free. It is just going to focus on the pump aspects of a pre-workout. However, this is the combo. So it's gonna have the pump, and it's also gonna have the focus and the energy. Now, I won't take these every day. I might take these 2 times a week, 2, 3, 4, it really depends. If I'm cutting down and I'm in a caloric deficit, getting quite lean, then I will have this a little bit more, because I want that extra boost for the workouts, and the pumps do start to dissipate a little bit towards the end of a cut, and that's not fun. So we want to get those pre-workouts in, make sure they stay around as long as humanly possible. Now, on the days that I don't take this one, because it is a little bit harsh, I will combo these 2. So it'll be PSI with the Oxy Shred. So that is just going to be a nice clean energy complex. I have no crash whatsoever with that. I could take that in the morning and I'd feel pretty damn good the whole way through the day. And then this is gonna add in that pump aspect. Whereas if I take this, I do find I get a little bit heady. It does get a little bit heavy, but these 2, man, I can't go wrong with these. Honestly, try and take 1, 2, and then the creatine before your workout, and I guarantee you will have the best workout of your life. All right, guys, so that was a quick breakdown of my top 4 supplementations. Recap, it's gonna be protein, creatine, a fat burner, and then pre-workouts. And they are coupled into each other essentially. So by no means, guys, are these absolutely essential and necessary. If I was to recommend one and only one supplement, it's going to be creatine, because it does provide actual 100% benefits in terms of strength increases that you can't really get from anywhere else, right? You can eat a steak, get a little bit of creatine from that, but you're gonna have to eat a whole lot of steak to get the same benefit as just having 5 grams of this per day. That is a wrap, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, let me know below. I want to make videos just like this one. If you have any questions about supplements in general or anything else in between, let me know down below as well, and I'll get to them ASAP. Hope you did enjoy the video, guys. Drop a like and I'll catch ya in the next one. Arigato, Mr. Robato.